what? Go Harrisburg, go CD East. So go Harrisburg.
Go East.
High School Sports Live in partnership with rawsportstv.com and also hsslivetv.com is proud to present tonight boys high school basketball. The Harrisburg Cougars against the Central Dauphin East Panthers. This broadcast is brought to you by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Good evening, everyone, and welcome for our internet broadcast here tonight, live on High School Sports Live TV. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me is Charlie Fortney and Todd McCall, and we've got a good one here tonight. Harrisburg comes in here with a 14-5 record. They are tied for second right now at 9-3 in the Commonwealth Division, and they are kind of looking north tonight at State College, where Carlisle's playing State College in a matchup tonight between number one and the other team is tied for 2, Carlisle. On the other side, CD East, a 10-6 team. They are 7-5 in a tough conference this year, and they are looking to take down Harrisburg High right here on the home court. Todd McCall, when you talk about Harrisburg tonight, really, you talk about a whole lot of guys can come at you, but Chris Whitaker, who's been dynamite, averaging 20 points a game, and the big inside play of Micah Parsons has been huge here of late. Talk a little bit about those two guys and what they mean to this Harrisburg effort here tonight.
Well, as you said, with Whitaker, a couple things he's starting to do is get other people involved. He goes inside, outside. So when your outside game's working, obviously your inside game's working. One of the things I like what Coach Smallwood did to get Micah Parsons involved, he put Damian Barber on the floor with him. Tonight, I feel with Whitaker, Barber, and Parsons, they are going to be really tough inside matchup for East tonight. So when he's able to stay big and they stay out of foul trouble, my goodness, they're dangerous to win the division. I mean, they're that dangerous, Harrisburg is right now.
Speaking of big, Brennan Jackson, Charlie, has been big this year. He's only averaging 12 points a game, but his 6'9 presence inside has been good. He had 18 against Carlisle the other night. He's playing very, very well, finishing off. But they've got to get some help from the rest of the supporting cast out there, like Justin Henry and a kid like Evan Chandler, who's a solid player as well.
He's going to have to stay out of foul trouble like Ethan Houston did not against Harrisburg or Parsons, and Barber are going to have a field day. But I think if East can just play smarter at the guard, just make good decisions, work the ball, use their quickness to their advantage, they have a shot here at home tonight. They can play spoiler in the division tonight, but this game has more implications than just the league play. These two teams, a lot of friends here, a lot of backyard rivalry here.
And number 5 and 6 in the district rankings right now. 12 teams go into the district this year in the new ranking setup with 6 teams out there. So in 6A, 12 teams going in. Harrisburg 5, Central Dauphin East is 6. So they know that tonight too as well. They want to improve their position as well for the tournament. And only one league game left for the season. You talk about these two teams and how they get it done. Most of the time, they're going to get it done by creating new possessions and coming at you down the floor. 65 threes of the year for Harrisburg, only 73 for Don Ross's CD East team. So you're looking at two teams that will try to create new possessions, get it down the floor, get it inside, and attack you on conversions.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the things that Harrisburg Cougars are going to have to watch out for, East was down 20, almost 20 points to Carlisle the other night. Coach Ross calls a press at the right time. He throws a little zone matchup press with, a little 1-3-1. I saw some, what I looked like 2-2-1, but more importantly, they got after it man-to-man as well. And if they put that press on Harrisburg tonight, teams who press don't like to be pressed, Gary, and I think that could cause a lot of trouble for Harrisburg tonight if East gets that press going.
Got a whole lot of viewers here tonight watching you on High School Sports Live, hsslivetv.com, and also rawsports.tv.
Yes.
You can tune in on that tonight as well. And Big Star, if you're out there, we hope you're checking in with us. He'll be piping stuff throughout the game.
Yes.
This is kind of a homecoming of sorts, too. You got Don Ross here, the apprentice to Kirk Smallwood, the master for a number of years. Kirk, of course, with 2 state championships, has been in Harrisburg for 23 years. Don Ross, who was an assistant there for a long time, coming over here. He's in his second year doing a nice job with CDE. So I'm sure inside Don Ross tonight, he wants to show off a little bit for his old mentor, right?
Well, and it's also, it doesn't matter how you view that or how you slant that. The bottom line is Don Ross is a significant part of Harrisburg winning some state championships. There's been some tremendous post players. Lawrence Ham, and just one of them over the years, played at Towson, helped win a state championship. You got guys on the sideline there like Maxwell, who played for Smallwood, now helping Coach Ross out. These guys all stick together in some way or the other. But I think that there's ultimately a lot of respect on both sides.
There are lots of interesting potential matchups on the floor tonight. One of the biggest out there, Micah Parsons and Brennan Jackson. Micah Parsons stands about 6'3", they say. I think he's about 6'5". He plays about 7 feet. So he goes up against Jackson, who has been really improved, a great finisher. That could be a good internal matchup tonight, which then takes you to the outside where Whitaker and I think maybe a Fleming could be matched up out there one-on-one. So, Todd, you got a lot of interesting potential matchups on the floor.
Well, it's gonna be interesting to see. You've got height, and Brennan Jackson's strengths come on as the years went on. But Micah Parsons showed me something that is different and unique when you're a football player playing inside. His physical strength, the ability to catch the ball and turn. Brennan Jackson's a tall guy, finesse player at sometimes. Micah Parsons, I think, with Barber as well, I think those guys physical make them play bigger than what they are. So they're 6'5", they're 7 foot with strength.
Charlie, I know you like point guard matchups. Justin Henry out there against Quentin Flemister, the two number ones on the court, that's on their back. And those two guys are as quick and slick as you can get out there.
Well, as long as they don't try to take the game in their own hands and let the athletes they have on the court do the job for them, I think that's a good point. I think the point guard that doesn't try to do too much tonight may lead their team to a victory tonight.
I've been impressed with both of them. One of the things I would say is Justin Henry, though, had a tough time shooting the ball the other night. Look for him to have a little bit better game shooting on his home floor here this evening, Todd.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, anytime you're playing on the home floor, I feel like that you get in a rhythm. When you can't hit outside, you got to get to the one thing that you can do is he gets to the line very well. Get to the line. Get yourself back in the groove. Hit a couple easy ones. That's what a shooter needs at home.
Both these teams averaging 71 points a game. Harrisburg giving up 55. Central Dauphin East 61. It's as close as it gets tonight, and we're getting ready to get this one underway right now on High School Sports Live TV. We'll come back for more right after this as we get the introduction of the starting lineups here on High School Sports Live.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Look, Ryan. Shh. Look over there. I see it. I see it. Is that what I think it is? That's a beauty. Wait, look. There's an even bigger one. Oh, wow. Shh. Oh, man. Don't worry, buddy. I know where there's a whole herd of them.
Hoffman has them, so be sure to stop by to save a lot of bucks.
The Advanced Hoops training staff features Division I level instructors and coaches who have played professionally. Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction has proven transformational for players in South Central PA. Gerald Jarman takes players to the next level in his dribbling and crossover intensity classes. Archie Smith teaches intense speed and agility and is very motivational. 6'9" Duke McCamey is excellent at teaching young post player technical skills around the basket.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip.
Here you go. Good job, Mr. Little. Okay, here you go. Get your teeth out on, hon. That's okay, now.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
When it comes to a great education, family is everything. At Commonwealth Charter Academy, serving families is our most important job. CCA is a public cyber charter school with year-round open enrollment and no waiting list. CCA brings families and teachers together to meet the unique needs of every child. Students take virtual classes at home, led by Pennsylvania certified teachers. Family members work closely with teachers serving as learning coaches. Learn how CCA can serve your family at ccaeducate.me.
The front is mostly masonry.
And then the masonry will meet the window frame. I think this project's really coming together.
Living Well with a Disability is a free source for anyone with any type of disability. We provide countless resources and endless opportunities to live your best.
I really am living well.
Call 1-877-2-LIVE-WELL to discover resources available for you.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin East High School. We're getting ready for the tip-off here. Central Dauphin East against Harrisburg High. The visitors here tonight. Brennan Jackson jumps up against Harrisburg and controls the tap. And we are underway. Central Dauphin East with the basketball. Starting lineup for Central Dauphin East tonight. Our Connection Academy starting the lineups. And we'll get those for you in just a second. Here is a turnover right away for Central Dauphin East out of the gate. Central Dauphin East in the game at 10-6, 7-5 in the Commonwealth. On the other side, Harrisburg High at 14-5, 9-3 in the Commonwealth. They're tied for second. CD East down at fourth right now. So your starters here for Harrisburg tonight. Saw him right there. And quickly on the other end, Chandler in for an easy 2 for CD East off the turnover.
Yeah, just the way East would have wrote it up is to start out leading this game to try to get some momentum early at home. They got to keep some momentum and get the fans that they have here, which they have a nice crowd. They got to keep them in this game.
Little bump in the backcourt there by Justin Henry. Here's first foul, team first. Todd McCall on the sideline with us tonight. Todd? And we'll check in with Todd in a moment. Offensive rebound put back, and there's a guy who has become very familiar on the offensive glass. Micah Parsons with the stick back.
That's going to be the bread and butter tonight, guys. Micah Parsons inside right there. You know, he's going to draw. You know he's going to draw some fouls.
So the first foul against CD East. Actually, the second team foul against CD East.
That foul shot looks good, like we talked about. Really good form on the foul shot for Parsons.
Got 3 points in the game. Harrisburg up by 1 early. Hawthorne with the basketball. Oh, and Justin Henry inside to Jackson, who finishes off a nice play. Good pass from Henry.
And that's what Brennan Jackson has to do, not only early, but all game long. He has to use that 6'9" frame and inflict it. He's got to force Harrisburg to bring Barber in to get the job done.
As Jackson converts his three-point play, he's got a 68% for the year, so the big guy puts CD East at 5'3", 6:46 to go early in the game. Right in the middle. Good touch down the lane by Tony James, who's in for his first deuce for the Cougars. Chandler handling the basketball, being guarded by Whitaker. There's that matchup we talked about, Whitaker and Chandler out there tonight. Then the other two, Jackson and Parsons.
If Parsons can keep Jackson 10 to 12 feet from the hoop to make all of his moves, he wins the battle tonight. Jackson has to get within 4 feet to win the battle on his end.
Tony James got the errant pass there. It was thrown that time. And it was eventually picked off by Chandler. So Chandler is at the line for 2 on the conversion effort. Chandler on the season, a 87% free throw shooter. Shows you why right there. Todd McCall, pretty nice stroke there with Chandler, but that was kind of an interesting pass. Harrisburg was reversing the ball and just threw it to Chandler directly.
And Chandler was very appreciative of that reception on that. But Chandler does have a nice smooth stroke. But you know what he does? He's their get-after kind of guy for East. He's definitely the player, that fifth starter you need.
Watch he and Whitaker, because he's on Whitaker, and Whitaker's on him tonight. Look at Parsons. Parsons has really become a force going to the rack. 5 points for Micah Parsons, 7-7 early.
You would never know that this kid hasn't played 4 years of varsity basketball. He's just come on so much, it's unbelievable. That's an athlete.
Ball's going to be tipped by CD East out of bounds. You know, Charlie, one of the great things I like about Parsons, there's no frill to his game. It's very economical, but he plays within himself all the time. You never try to see him do something he can't do.
Yeah, you would think he was not just a football player playing basketball, but you would think he's just a basketball-first player the way he does play the game. He has that appeal.
It's our first look at a zone tonight from CD East. Good look outside. Not going to go. Rebound, put back up, and in. And a nice touch again by James, sliding down the lane. James with 4 points early. Cougars up by 2. Harrisburg man-to-man the whole way so far.
Evan Chandler went one-on-one against Deshaun Millington.
Chandler in and out, but Jackson with a good offensive rebound. Chandler again, and buries it. Chandler with a 3.
My biggest point is he doesn't want to do that against Whitaker tonight. He just wants to play his game and let sleeping dogs lie, so to speak.
Tony James again, who's shooting a lot here. And then the putback, and not going to go from Whitaker, but he'll get fouled on the play.
And Todd talked about that in the first broadcast. Is you don't want to awake a sleeping bear. How about Todd?
You know, and we say that, and coaches will tell you, too. You know, you get in a guy's face, it's a score. He'll say, okay. And it's just a spark sometimes. And Whitaker's a guy you don't want to wake up.
No, Whitaker hasn't really touched the ball yet tonight.
I think he woken, guys. I think he's up.
Yeah. How about it?
I think it's too late.
Gets his first point, and off the court goes the big guy Jackson, and in for Jackson will come Terry Danner. And Terry Danner is a guy who's really impressed me, getting around the offensive glass especially. Whitaker makes both. Harrisburg up by 1. 11-10, 4:31 to go in the first quarter. You're watching it all on highschoolsportslivetv.com and also rawsports.tv.com. There's Danner. He goes to the rack really well. Good pull down that time by Elijah Barrett for Harrisburg. There's Whitaker pulling it up. Rattles out. Parsons all over the basket again, and Parsons misses. But it's going to stay with Harrisburg underneath.
Flemister is denying Justin Henry the ball. Smallwood feels like that if Henry has the ball in his hands, the East can create more. And I think he's right. And I think that's what we're seeing. The East is not getting shots in the inside shots that they would if Henry was penetrating.
Which means if Fleming starts to shoot and shoots him out of it, then maybe Henry gets a little less pressure on him, right?
I think so.
Whitaker inside to Parsons. And a good job tying him up that time by Cooper. DJ Cooper in on the play. We saw this the other night, Todd, when the big guy went out, Ethan Houston for Carlisle, and right away Kirk Smallwood went to work on the inside. And right now with Jackson out of there, he wants to get it inside to Parsons early and often.
Yeah, very smart decision. Get him going, draw fouls.
2-3 zone again by CD East.
You got to remember tonight, Harrisburg had a little more to play for, too, in that if they'd win and State College would lose to Carlisle, 3-way tie, but I think the tiebreaker goes to Carlisle.
Barrett with the miss, Chandler with the rebound, and then the putback there by Whitaker. Quick hands out there of a guy we see all the time who probably doesn't get as much problem as he should, Quentin Flemister, who just has quick hands.
Yeah, Flemister is very quick. He's also long as a guard. Henry's going to have a hard time if Flemister continues to play him that way. He's got to find a way to get open.
Here's a guy we saw the other night, Todd, coming into the game, is Jordan McCraw, who was really solid as a sophomore. We saw him against Carlisle the other night. Played a great game.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be a name that's continued to be called in East basketball in the next several years. But nice spark off the bench.
How about Harrisburg? 5 out of 5 from the line so far. And a 3-point lead.
McCraw looks to score a lot. That's what he did at Susquehanna as a freshman.
Pass it into Danner. Can't get it. Tip attempt, no good. Danner back up, no good. He'll get fouled. And it looks like it's going to be on Parsons.
Credit East for now getting second chance opportunities and not relying on just the one shot.
Take a look at this. Put up, tip back by Cooper, not going to go. Danner grabs it. Danner finally gets fouled. Not much of one, but a foul nevertheless, as Parsons will be called. Danner at the line. Danner on the season, a 52% shooter, makes one here. Got a chance at another. CDE shoots 59% as a team. For Harrisburg, they're at 63%. So everybody kind of hot for the foul line so far tonight. Nobody's missed. We saw this against Carlisle tonight. They're 5 out of 5 is CD East. Underneath. And then the miss. Barber into the game. Tried to dunk it. Couldn't get up and do it. And misses the shot. CD East on the run.
Well, when you're carrying that kind of muscle, it's hard to get it going unless you stretch out a little bit, Barber.
Here comes Elijah Barrett. I'll tell you what. We'll see that again. Henry ought to get an Oscar for that one. He was falling down before it ever happened. That was coming right down our grill. Todd, you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, it takes an Oscar sometime to win a charge. Now, you talked about Damian Barber's miss. The other night in that Carlisle game, I believe his dunk was the spark to help prevail Harrisburg at a time when he got the Harrisburg Cougar crowd involved in the game. I like when he goes Barber and Micah Parsons. Interesting to note tonight, Coach Smallwood's just going Barber, pulls Parson for a little rest.
You saw there was contact, so there's Henry again, looking downtown, and Henry knocks it down. His first points of the night. 2-point lead now for CD East.
East in that 2-2-1 full court zone press.
Barrett. Good half hook by Barrett right down the lane.
Nice, Elijah Barrett. Nice. That's a fundamental shot. You just don't come up with that in midstream. You've been working on that jump hook. Jump hook is one of my favorite shots for post players.
There was a guy from your old school many years ago named Greg Manning who made a living off a jump hook for a little guy. And there's a nice drive by Chandler down the lane to put CD East back on top. Greg Manning playing for Maryland years ago for about a 6'2" guy, able to get in the lane and do a lot of those little half hooks from a guard spot.
Yeah, I knew Greg growing up. I heard a lot about him, and I got a chance to meet him as I got into college. What a great guy. What a good man and good player. Man, tremendous. Scored 57 points against, I believe it was Nanacoke in a state playoff game.
Foul was called before the shot there, so on the floor.
That game was legend at the Farm Shop.
It was against Fox Chapel, right?
Maybe it was Fox Chapel. There's also a famous game against Nanacoke that's always talked about.
Maybe that's the one. I think that might have been it.
That game, Lefty Drizel was sitting there watching and offered Greg Manning a full ride after the game. He played with Adrian Branch and Buck Williams at Maryland.
Guy named Reggie Jackson from Roman Catholic. Look at Justin Henry letting it go. He is hot. You can see he wants the ball right now. Justin Henry with his second three and a 3-point lead for CD East. 1:33 to go in the first. Henry's playing off of the student section. He looks over at him every time. He's their favorite. You know, these are better shots than the other night. These are shots in rhythm, Gary. And stolen away by McCraw. McCraw likes to go to the basket on this. Look at a little reverse by McCraw. McCraw is in for two. Panthers are hot. They're up 5. There's another of those big dunks by Barber as he puts it down for the Cougars.
Here's what I like about Damian Barber. He's going to go to the basket hard no matter what who's in the way. That is a much needed go to the basket hard move for the Harrisburg Cougars.
Barber, only a 39% free throw shooter, goes to the line. Nobody's missed yet tonight for either team, so the heat's on, Charlie. First miss for either team tonight from the free throw line. Well, and Barber might not have made that dunk, but he was close. And he was a lot closer than the first one. Right. So the next opportunity he gets, he's got to be careful because he may take somebody with him. An arm or whatever, yeah.
Just another great physical presence inside. Great football player, converted basketball player.
Nice conversion on the second shot. Makes 1 of 2. Down by 4, the Cougars. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter, and Henry with the ball.
Cougars need to stop right now. East is very hot.
McCraw dumps it off to Danner. Danner in for 2. Terry Danner on the board. He's got 4. 6-point lead with 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Flemister, corner. Good head and shoulders fake. Nice move by Rynell Gann into the game for the Cougars. If you're watching at home, just to clarify, there's 28.8 seconds. Clock froze in the gym, and we're fixing that. But for right now, 28 seconds to the end of the quarter. It's 13-10. Well, before the shots, the ball will be brought in here by Flemister. Looking out front for Gann. Rynell Gann just into the game. Flemister trying to create. And does to Barrett. Barrett with that easy half hook again for Barrett, who had 4 in the first quarter. Harrisburg scoring easy when they score. That's the only thing that concerns me here. Here's McCraw. 8 seconds left. McCraw's going to, no, he's not going to lose it. Justin Henry driving hard. Justin Henry throws it up. Long look downtown. No. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 22-18. CD East leads it. And did it count? And it is going to count. That makes it 22-21. Never be premature, as was let go by Flemister, and he buries it from downtown Quentin. Flemister, 22-21 at the end of 1. We head to the break. We'll come right back on High School Sports Live TV.
The Advanced Hoops training staff features Division I level instructors and coaches who have played professionally. Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction has proven transformational for players in South Central PA. Gerald Jarman takes players to the next level in his dribbling and crossover intensity classes. Archie Smith teaches intense speed and agility and is very motivational. 6'9" Duke McCamey is excellent at teaching young post player technical skills around the basket.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
What an end to the first quarter as Quentin Flemister knocking it down. And 22-21, CD East leads at the end of 1. Charlie Fortney? Now, we'll keep the viewers up to date on the time and score here, as and this game is awesome. 22-21. Harrisburg makes a 3 there. I just said East was scoring the hard way, but there's Harrisburg scoring the hard way to end the quarter. Yeah, really. And Flemister with that 3. Here's CD East with the ball. 1-point lead. Good look outside. Not going to go again. Flemister with it for a moment. Does he keep it? Yes, he does. And then Henry steals it away for a moment. Flemister gets it back. Here's Gann with it. Stolen back again. as Dauphin Thomas into the game now for CD East, and both teams using their benches pretty freely.
Yeah, and you know what? This is the point of the game for East when they struggled against Carlisle and lost the lead. When they do these substitutions, it's important for these guys to communicate. Who am I guarding? Keep that same flow. Let's see if they can do it in this exchange.
First quarter, Harrisburg 6 out of 15. CD East 4 out of 10. 1 out of 2 for Harrisburg for 3. 3 out of 5 for CD East. Tony James looking tough tonight. His 6th point of the game. He's a guy who normally doesn't get a lot of points for him. He only averages 7 a game. He's already got 6.
Gillis gambled, and that hurt. That hurt East there. James made him pay.
So the foul is on the floor. And the ball will be brought in on the far side.
Harrisburg up 23-20-2.
Dauphin Thomas will trigger this one. 6:57 to go here until halftime. There's McCraw handling the ball now for CD East. McCraw slides through, finds a way to get in there, and there's what McCraw does. Slithers his way through, and a good move again by McCraw, Tom. Really like that sophomore. Good post up. They had Whitaker post up at the time. Will not go. Brought down again by McCraw. Ball turned over by CD East. They lead by 1, 6:31 to go. Here is Gann handling the ball right now for Harrisburg. Head and shoulder fake by Ali Anthony was taken away. And underneath, not going to go. Yanked down. Here's James. James challenging on the other end. Dumps it off. Great job, but not going to go. Icicles hanging from that rim right now. Chandler. And Chandler throws it away, so neither team making or taking advantage right now of their opportunities. Maybe going a little too quick, Charlie.
Well, and again, players just coming off the bench, a little cold, hadn't played the whole quarter, missing bunnies, missing catches. It's really important. You got to come off ready to go, ready to play. And it's hard. That's hard if you're not used to it.
Back to the game for CD East is DJ Cooper. James gets tied up right there by Danner.
And Nassim Thomas clapping in the Harrisburg players' faces. Not a good idea. That's how you get a quick technical foul. That's taunting. And he got away with that one.
So far in this one, 5 ties and 8 lead changes. Look at McCraw. McCraw going hard in the basket, yanked down by Parsons. Actually make that Barber. And Barber is going to be fouled. CD East picks it up full court now. Ali Anthony handling the basket right now for the Cougars. Barber going up strong, not going to go. Tapped around, Danner controls. Neither of these teams afraid to put their whole lineup in there. Danner, good move. Danner up, not going to go. There's Barber with another rebound.
Despite all that, East up 24-23.
There's Whitaker forcing Chandler to foul. It's going to be a one-on-one as Whitaker heads back to the line. Chandler picks up the foul.
Chandler playing referee out there, not a good idea. Refs don't like that. You just play ball and earn that respect. A guy like Chris Whitaker is going to get that call. He's just been in this league too long, and he's earning the referee's respect, the way he plays the game and the way he takes it to the hoop.
Bring Elijah Barrett back in for Barber. 24-23. CD East leads at 5:11 to go here in the half. Don't forget we've got a Highmark halftime report coming up. And just like ice.
Also got a nice interview with Jesse Sawyer from the Center for Independent Living with Todd, and also a nice interview with Craig Peters and Gerald Jarman, Team PA Supernatural. A lot of nice interviews coming up at halftime.
By the way, your officials for tonight doing a great job. Steve Covert, Barry Shipley, and Tim Breen. Don't want to forget about them.
Yeah, they're doing a real good job tonight letting players play.
Whitaker, by the way, 6 out of 6 from the line. And those are his only points here in the first half. He's a guy that lets the game come to him, though. We'll see. There's Chandler going against Whitaker. Holding out front, Danner again. Danner puts it up. Danner's going to have it rattle out on him again. Tough luck so far for Terry Danner. Here comes Whitaker. He just sense that Whitaker wants to take over right now.
You know what? Every minute that they're staying close to Harrisburg without Brennan Jackson in the game is a bonus right now.
Chandler thinks it once. Chandler thinks it again, and Chandler buries the three. Chandler having a great first half. He's got 12 points. James off the pass from Gann. Yanked down by Cooper, but he's going to step on the line, so the ball belonged to Harrisburg. 4:19 to go until the half. 27-25, CDE's leading Harrisburg. Well, I'll tell you what, every night this Commonwealth division has just been a wonderful night of basketball.
Yeah, there's been some good ones, and it doesn't get any lighter on Friday. We got Milton Hershey going to Trinity.
Brennan Jackson back in there. There's Milton Hershey, number 5 in 4A. And Trinity number 1 in 3A. And, of course, they're all tied for first place in the Capital Division. There's Whitaker trying to make a move on Cooper. Cooper with a nice job of coming up on him. Go the other way. There it was. Whitaker. A good head and shoulders fake to create that shot.
Chris Whitaker, nice.
And how about the ad on the other end by Cooper coming back down the floor quickly. Beats Harrisburg back down and goes back up on top by 2. CD's 29-27.
Brennan Jackson back in. Chris Whitaker plays like an old head. It's like he's playing at his own pace out there. We talked about it at the Carlisle game as well. He just plays at his own pace. Everybody else has to catch up.
There's Whitaker again. Whitaker getting into the game now. His second field goal. He's got 10 points here in the first half.
Smooth. He's very smooth. Todd, I don't know what you say, but I see smooth out there.
No doubt about it. I mean, he's what makes the Harrisburg Cougars click.
Here comes Chandler going up against Whitaker. Chandler loses his balance. Ball's loose, picked up by Harrisburg. Ali Anthony has it. Barrett sets a screen. Throws it ahead to Barrett. Barrett puts it in. What a play by Anthony and Barrett.
Anthony did that on purpose, too. I mean, that wasn't an air ball. He got caught up and just flipped it up there and knew Barrett would go after. Those guys have been playing together for a long time.
Long look outside. Man, I'll tell you what, Chandler is on fire. His third 3 of the first half. 15 points for Evan Chandler. There's Whitaker coming back trying to answer on the other end. Barber with a rebound. Barber puts it up strong and in. Todd, that's what Barber does. Just gets on the offensive glass.
And he does effectively. I'm still waiting to see Coach Smallwood go with the 2 bigs inside Parson and Barber. Right now, he's effective with doing what he wants with Barber inside.
5 points for Barber. 33-32. Harrisburg with a lead. 2:13 to go here in the half. Stolen away by Barrett. Barrett looking for a guard. Finds Anthony. Barber again. Barber up strong. Barber in again. And Barber going to work on the inside with a few cuts of his own. He's got 7 points.
Harrisburg scoring the right way right now. East relying on hot, streaky outside shooting, and it's catching up to him right now.
Barber only averages 3 points on the season. Already has 7 in this one.
East went away from getting that ball into Brennan Jackson in the paint in a good spot. A lot of dribbling around.
We're going to get a timeout on the floor by Don Ross. A 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV.
Look, Ryan. Shh. Look over there. I see it. Is that what I think it is? That's a beauty. Wait, look. There's an even bigger one. Oh, wow. Shh. Oh, man. Don't worry, buddy. I know where there's a whole herd of them.
Hoffman has them, so be sure to stop by to save a lot of bucks.
RawSports.tv is a sports movement that promotes athletes, produces sports documentaries, highlight reels, original sports music, features full classic high school hoop games from the 80s and 90s, and much more. RawSports.tv, changing how you view sports culture.
Yeah, I just watched the Billy Owen State Championship. from the 1987, I believe it was. Man, well, it was an awesome game.
Hawthorne to Jackson, who puts it away with authority. Nice call out of the break, a set piece that time, and good pass from Hawthorne.
And that was a great timeout by Coach Ross. He was seeing that the big man needed to get the ball. He had to set up a play for him.
Look at Barrett. Nice move along the baseline with the big guy. So Barrett in for 2 more. He's got 8 in the first half of a good half.
Henry back in.
Jackson, by the way, with his bucket, the other has 5. This shot outside, pulled down by Gann. Gann off and running for Harrisburg.
Smallwood wants a timeout.
He'll get 1, too. It's going to be a full. We'll take a break. We'll come right back to this High School Sports Live TV. 47.4 seconds to go in the first half. Back after this.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith, our speed and agility expert.
The block jumping drill is meant to develop the fast twitch jumping muscles in a young player's legs. This drill forces a player to jump constantly and should be fast-paced while clearing the block every time. Players will develop explosive jumping skills doing this, and it trains a player's body to jump quicker and have the endurance needed to jump in game situations. The block jumping drill is one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
Advanced Hoops will be holding AAU tryouts starting this February. Tryouts will be conducted for 4th through 12th grade teams. Advanced Hoops will also be offering 3D training for those looking to add new dimensions to their game this offseason. For more information, go to advancedhoops.com or call 717-657-2620. Todd McCall is down on the floor right now. Todd, what are we talking about in the timeouts?
I think Todd's at the concession stand, Gary.
You think he's stealing a hot dog here before everybody gets out there?
Yeah, I think he is. We'll get to Todd in a little bit when his mic gets on there.
So we come back out the floor, 37-34. Harrisburg leads it with 47.4 seconds to go here in the first half. And don't forget for our Highmark halftime report coming up, Flemister with the ball for Harrisburg. Good move by Whitaker inside, but he won't go. Barber grabs it, brings it down, and I don't know if they're going to call a foul on Barber here. Barber actually was going over top of James. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it was more of a foul on Barber on James, his teammate, than anything else. But Barber gets called for the foul. Will stroll to the other end. We're shooting the free throws. Will be Jordan Gillis. 77% on the season for Gillis.
Gillis, a senior. Started a lot of games last year, coming off the bench this year.
6 out of 9 from the line so far this season. Gillis puts it up and slides it in.
Jordan's a nice young man, good quality all-around young man.
So gets his first points of the night. It's one more with a chance to pull within 1 for the Panthers, and does it. 2 points in the game for Gillis. 37-36. Harrisburg leads it. 32 seconds to go in the first half. They've been playing most of the first half without Parsons in there with 2 fouls. Getting down now to 20 seconds. And I'll tell you who's really been active here in the first half has been Tony James. We didn't see him active as much the other night. But tonight, he averages 7 points a game. He's already got 6 in this one, and he goes to the line.
Well, he started out the game, I believe, if I remember correctly, the first 5 for Harrisburg with the 3 and the 2. And, just asserted himself early.
So Tony James lets it go. James, a 61% shooter on the season. Here comes Jackson back in along with McCraw. And Hawthorne and Cooper will check out for CD East. Then up and good again for Tony James. He's got 8 points.
Gary, I don't know how you feel, but man, Brennan Jackson getting the ball in a position to score is just not happening.
Well, they're keeping him outside an awful lot. Now they've got him back down the baseline. He's being guarded by Barber, though.
Well, he comes out when he doesn't get the ball.
Look at McCraw again. McCraw again shows you how to get it through and up and ends the half. He's got 6 points, 39-38 at the half. Stay tuned for our Highmark halftime report. Coming up next, we got a whole lot of things going on. But first, stay tuned for a special presentation with Todd McCall and Team PA Supernatural Showcase Boys Basketball.
Showcase Basketball is a necessary tool for young men to play college basketball. Team PA and Team Supernatural have been instrumental and delivery of getting players to that next level. This spring, we're excited to announce that Team PA and Team Supernatural are partnering to take high school boys showcase basketball to the next level. This partnership will be called Team PA Supernatural. And here to talk about the partnership from Team Supernatural is Coach Craig Peters, and from Team PA is Coach Gerald Jarman. Gerald, let's talk a little bit about this partnership. It's going to be great for high school level showcase basketball.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely excited about this partnership. Craig Peters, I've known him for a number of years. We've always collaborated. We've seen each other at different tournaments, and we always talk. He's bringing a level of professionalism. He attracts a lot of the best players from the area. I just think it's going to be a win-win situation for both of us. I'm combining Team PA with Team Supernatural.
And Coach Peters, how is this Team Supernatural, Team PA joining up? We want to take, showcase basketball to the next level.
Well, I think this area, first off, is hungry for something like this, for a partnership like this, with Gerald and Team PA's expertise, with some of my college connections, some of my coaching ability. We're going to take these kids to the next level. We're going to showcase them at all the high caliber events. Events like the Pit Jam Fest, AC Live in Atlantic City, and possibly the Fab 48 in Las Vegas.
So if you're a high school player out there, showcase basketball, Team PA Supernatural, tryouts March 4th at 7 o'clock. If you want information, go to advancedhoops.com.
Welcome back to our Highmark halftime report. And Todd McCall's been a busy guy there. You saw him doing an interview right there. But then, mysteriously, he ends up doing one more here, and he's got a great interview coming up with Jesse Sawyer of the Center for Independent Living. Let's go to Todd right now.
Welcome back. I'm with Jesse Sawyer from the Center of Independent Living in Central PA.
That's correct.
Jesse, talk a little bit about, first of all, your role at the Center of Independent Living and what you do, what you're doing for people in our area.
I am currently the Health and Wellness Director at the Center for Independent Living of Central PA. And what we do is we try to eliminate, exterminate barriers that really exist in the community. So my role is being able to give independence and inclusion to those individuals that need health and wellness. As we age or we have a disability, as we all will have a disability at some point in time as we age, we need to be able to access health and wellness needs. So one of two ways that we offer that at the Center for Independent Living in Central PA is one, you can come to our fixed facility in Camp Hill, right here in the local community, or we can go in home to you and provide the service. So we provide range of motion, which is upper extremity, lower extremity, stretching and flexibility. We also provide strength training. We use TheraBands, body elastics, and regular weights to try to assist with development of that joint mobility and stability. And then we also do movement therapy for those individuals that have a disability that, one, need access to facilities outside of their home or a facility like in our facility at the Center for Independent Living.
What are the things that if I'm concerned about my neighbor or somebody watching, or there's people that might need more information on this? One, how can they do it? Two, where would they call?
One, you'd want to call our local number. It's 717-731-1900 or 1-877-2, and that's T-O, Live Well, L-I-V-W-E-L-L, or visit us on Facebook, Center for Independent Living in Central PA, or at the web, www.cilcp.org. Or you can do just general search on disability, advocacy, information referral, skills training, peer counseling. Those are some of the core services that we offer, including nursing home transition and peer services.
Well, Jesse, also, when we're off camera, we talked a little bit about the role that you play as the Health and Wellness Director in terms of letting kids, volunteers, college students really volunteer with you. How can they possibly get in touch with you?
Well, I tell them to reach out to the Center for Independent Living. Currently, we work with Central Penn College, where we work with their OT and PTA departments, where we get level 1 fieldworks that come in and actually assist us with their curriculum and their level 1 fieldwork and help with the disability community. So not only are they learning disability etiquette, but they're working hands-on, doing range of motion and strength training, something that they don't always get in the classroom. Right. So we're always looking for that. Plus, they're getting to see in-home-based range of motion, which most students, they just go to clinical. They go right into the facilities, and they're not going in the home, and they're not seeing how somebody lives with a disability. So the goal is really to show that and to show that disability etiquette, that we all have the ability to live well, and we all have that ability to assist others individuals to live well right here in Central PA.
Well, you talked a lot about strength, living well. Tonight's game, Harrisburg Central Dauphin. Can you just take a prediction? Strength is a big key. The weight room is a big key. Do you have a pick tonight, Jesse?
Well, I got to go with Central Dauphin. I mean, if I don't, then I'm going to get kicked out of here real quick.
That's Jesse Swore from the Center of Independent Living of Central PA. He's going with Central Dauphin East tonight. We'll be back with more after these messages.
Coming right there.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power, and the ball rolling off the one hand developing more control and overall shot balance.
The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
The front is mostly masonry.
Then the masonry will meet the window frame. I think this project's really coming together.
Living Well with a Disability is a free source for anyone with any type of disability. We provide countless resources and endless opportunities to live your best.
I really am living well.
Call 1-877-2-LIVE-WELL to discover resources available for you.
Seven out of 7 for the free throw line for East, 10 out of 11 for Harrisburg. So we're sizzling again tonight from the free throw line. We saw this with Carlisle and CD East the other night. I don't think they missed a free throw until like the fourth quarter between the two of them. So it must be catchy right now.
Well, I think what weighs in Harrisburg's favor is the fact that they've only made 1 3. East is hot from the 3. And Harrisburg can only get hot at this point because they haven't really taken many, and they're still winning the game at home at East.
Well, how about East with 73 threes for the season? They had 5 in the first half here, 3 of them coming from Chandler out there. Evan Chandler with 15 points led everybody in the first half. On the other side of it, again, Harrisburg used to get a lot of deuces in there, so they got to start to be able to match a little bit there on the inside a little bit more. I don't think you can live off the 3 the whole game if you're East, Todd.
No, you can't. But you know what? They're going to have to start getting ready for the playoffs time, and you're going to have to be able to hit that outside shot, Gary. So, more importantly, that's a nice thing to see East doing. Harrisburg-wise, I think their bread and butter's going inside. So, that shot's out there, but if you can score a high percentage shot inside, why go outside?
Well, when they played without Parsons most of the first half, it was saddled with 2 fouls, but James came in and got 8 points. You saw Elijah Barrett stepping up big here in the first half. He also had 8 points. And then, of course, Whitaker, you feel him kind of crawling into the game here. So far, he's got 10 points in this one, Charlie.
You feel like this is a game that East just needs to win for them, for their momentum going into playoffs. I mean, they're not going to make the mid-Penn playoffs, but just the district playoffs, because it's definitely a place where they could do well. This team has the makings to do well in districts.
Let's take a look at our Advanced Hoops first half highlights here. And here are our highlights in the first half. There's your steal by Chandler. That was the one we said Chandler was actually on the offensive team, and Chandler has it blocked away. But then Chandler shows you outside what he can do. Brendan Jackson gets it back out. Chandler says, first you don't succeed, try again, and there's his 3. And then this guy had it going for a little bit. Justin Henry buried 2 in a row coming down for CDs. Chandler again slithering through for an easy left-hand layup. And that's CDs in the first half. Then Justin Henry throws it down. Back to Justin Henry. He's in the groove, throws it down again. So the Panthers were off and running, and here's McCraw, who also finds a way to get on through and Nice reverse layup there. Harrisburg answers on the other end with Quentin Flemister at the end of the first half, throwing down a long three. And there are your Advanced Hoops highlights here at the half. That's our Highmark halftime report as we begin the third quarter. 39-38, Harrisburg leads it.
Again, Jackson catching it way too far out. What happened to the wing entry pass, guys?
Chandler has it knocked away by James, picked up by Whitaker, tosses ahead. Got Flemister down there, and right back it goes. And James, who's been hot, misses it, pulled down by Jackson.
Yeah, and Jackson's going hard getting a rebound. Let's reward the big guy. Post him up.
Look at Chandler now. He wants the basketball.
Terry Danner trying to tell Jackson to post up. Sometimes big guys don't want the ball on the block. They want it outside.
There's the Flemister-Henry matchup we talked about. Justin Henry with not a real good shot there.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that at Carlisle. Didn't see that much tonight. All good shots for Henry tonight, but that one's doing too much when you're the point guard.
Little one-handed throw going down the lane. Todd McCall's down there, came right down his grill.
Yeah, it did, and I'll tell you what, you want to have it of run and grab it and rebound and put it back in, but I know I'm not allowed to.
Big look downtown. Jackson yanks another one down, gets a quick outlet to Henry. Cooper along the baseline. James on Henry is an interesting matchup there because James with a longer wingspan, Henry can't load it up as quickly. What a move by Jackson. In with a left hand.
Yeah, they got to get out of Brennan Jackson's way when he gets the ball. He even had to go through another man's defender because they're not getting out of his way. You got to get him to isolate.
Great left hand by the big man.
I really believe that Brennan Jackson can be and should be East's first look every time down the floor. Because he's a guy who can get you 30 a night if you give him the rock.
Chandler with a pull-up, not going to go. Henry instead. Henry, another three, his third of the night. Henry with 9 points, and they're back on a 4-point lead here for CD East. The answer on the other end from Flemister, no. CD East running again. This time it's the pull-up. Not going to go there. Flemister back. Flemister trying to find a way to get in. He's going to get fouled, probably by Cooper.
Actually, it's on Jackson. That was not a good foul for Jackson, and that was not a good shot selection by Chandler on the other end.
And the bad one by Jackson was he swung his arm. If he keeps his arm right there, all he does is just knock down the shot.
You're 6'9". Keep your hands straight up in the air. And I know Coach Ross, one of the best post-training coaches in the high school division, taught him that. That's one of the things you just got to learn.
Flemister with his 4th point of the evening as Hawthorne back in, McCraw back in, 2 guards, and Jackson will sit down. Chandler will go down.
Yeah, Ross giving Chandler an earful. He's like, okay, I know he's saying over there, look, we didn't need a 3. Chance to go up 5, and we just shooting 3s. We could have got to the hole.
Second shot by Flemister up and good. So 5 points in the game now for Flemister. Harrisburg continues to be almost perfect in the line. They missed 1 so far. McCraw getting a lot of heat. Cooper will not go. Yanked down by Barber.
Oh, there's Barber and there's Henry. It looks like David and Goliath going after the same rebound. You knew who's going to get that one.
Nice job of knocking it away. Is Danner off Whitaker. Got Henry wide open in the corner. They lose it, though. McCraw stayed with it too long. Throwing it out ahead. They've got Whitaker. That's a no-brainer there. Whitaker's going to draw the foul against Hawthorne.
The game's kind of getting a little bit on the sloppy side up and down, and I don't know if that benefits East in this game. Coach Ross got a little bit frustrated when his team started settling for 3-point shots, as Charlie mentioned. And Coach Ross is right. We've got an inside game. We can draw fouls on Parsons, or we can draw fouls on Barber. I really believe Brennan Jackson, when he comes back in, keeping him involved. Whitaker, look for him to get going in the second half. He's going to have to for East.
Whitaker with his first miss of the night. He was 6 for 6 going to that one. 71% on the season. 5:07 to go here in the third quarter. 43-41. CD East leads it.
I think East would want Whitaker on their team at this point.
Well, yeah, I meant Harrisburg.
But East has missed an opportunity to capitalize. That transitions at the guard has to get better. When guards sub in, they have to take care of the ball and play better defense.
43-42. CD East leads it by 1 as we tick under 5 minutes at 4:53 to go here in the third quarter.
So in other words, if
Danner, he's hot. Misses this one.
If Whitaker gets going in this phrase for Harrisburg, I mean, it can.
The crawl miss that gets it inside of Danner. Danner up, in. There's where you need to go right now if you're CD East. And Danner with the easy score there.
I'd like to see Danner on the floor the same time with Brennan Jackson, see that height matchup together, what that looks like for Harrisburg to try to defend.
Danner's got 6. Jackson has 7 thus far. Stolen away here by CD East again. Here comes Cooper. Going to try to finish it off. Cooper up and in! DJ Cooper with 2 and a chance to make it 3.
That call's validated here on our Groff instant replay as Whitaker grabs Cooper's arm. Watch this. Grabs it, and it goes up. You saw it clear from under the basket here. It was a grab.
So Cooper goes to the line. His first time there tonight. He's a 43% free throw shooter. But tonight, a 0 so far. Here's Whitaker. What a move by Whitaker. Up and in by Whitaker off the spin move.
And there was just a sense of when is that little spark going to ignite, and it looks like it's starting.
13 by Whitaker. Here he comes again. You just feel him taking over right now. As Whitaker up and in again for Whitaker. 15 in the game, just like that. Chris Whitaker. And gets called for a foul there and a little reach in.
He did reach on that, but you know what? The chances he's taken is why they're cut a 5-point lead to a 1-point lead. Coach Ross there staying calm.
There's Don Ross, former center at Millersville University. Played under John Cochan there, who had great success at Millersville.
Well, and he played at Hershey High School because I used to run around in the car with him to go to Summer League basketball together. We played on a lot of the same teams together. Good guy.
Going to get a foul out front against Harrisburg. 3:44 to go in the third quarter. Going into Danner.
This will be a big one.
Hawthorne doesn't go. Barrett got up there and kept it alive and finally pulled away by Whitaker. 3:23 to go in the third. 1-point lead for CD East and a good one.
Don't you think East is living and dying by the 3 here today, guys?
They are. They really are. And what has it allowed? It's allowed Harrisburg not only get back in the game. Look, every time Chris Whitaker's coming down the floor now, he knows he's holding on to it a little longer. He knows it's winning time. Big players step up, draw fouls, and that's what he just did.
They take Flemister off the floor here, so you're going to see Whitaker handle a lot more, along with Gann, who just came in from Flemister. 33-32 was the last lead for Harrisburg at the 2:25 mark in the second quarter. There you see Barber going in hard. And again, remember, Parsons is still on the bench here.
I mean, how about the move out of Damian Barber using a reverse pivot, score, showing great, good big man moves.
There you see
Whitaker.
Did he use a reverse pivot, guys? I don't have the replay.
And Whitaker going in hard here again. Another steal. There's a head and shoulder fake. Watch Whitaker here. You might well just go the other way when he gets a free one like that.
He's something.
So Barber trying to tie it up right here. Barber 1 out of 2 so far tonight.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 12 seconds in the quarter.
Wow, missed everything in the first one. And he's only a 39% free throw shooter and misses that one.
Well, he has, Chris Whitaker's going to get a last laugh on the other end, getting the rebounds that Harrisburg needs. That's not what he brings to the table. But let me tell you something. East needs to get to the basket bad.
Well, that's what McCraw's trying to do, but then gets it to Danner along the baseline. Another miss from the outside. Barber pulls it down.
There's Barber getting the last word on the rebounds.
Here comes Whitaker. You were right on that, Charlie. Whitaker pulls up.
Harrisburg's amazing. They're playing their JV backcourt in the game right now.
Look out. Henry up. It will not go down. And then Danner is going to get fouled by Barber. Wow. Todd McCall thought that three might go for a second. It bounced about 5 times on the rim.
I would say if you get points for bounce, you can get a couple points there.
So at the line is Terry Danner.
Rhinell Gann and Ollie Anthony are the starting backcourt for the JV team. Smallwood has confidence in his guys. On that note, Tony James getting ready to sub in.
Stretching out that depth. So here's Danner at the line. He's 2 of 2 there tonight so far. And that is the first miss tonight for CD East. Both teams only 1 miss thus far as James is back in there.
Parsons hasn't been in quite some time, you guys.
Carrying a few fouls. I'm not quite sure why. And here's Danner. Danner up and in. So Terry Danner will convert. He has 7 points in this one. Look out, Whitaker going up. Whitaker just makes you foul him. You've got to stop him. Great change of pace again, Todd.
He is. Stop, go. He draws foul. He is going to be a great player at the next level. There's no doubt about it.
2:32 left here in the third quarter. A 2-point lead for CD East. Harrisburg's got it underneath their own basket. Gary Sutton, Charlie Forty, Todd McCall here in our whole Vicar crew tonight. Hope you enjoyed the game. And up and in by Gann. It wasn't pretty, but it got down.
Yeah, they lost track again on the inbounds. You don't want to do that. Here's McCraw.
Final game, who averages 1 point a game this season, is over his average by having 2 tonight. Here's McCraw. Corner, another outside shot. Another miss. Another tap by Cooper. Cooper playing hard on the glass, and Cooper puts it away. DJ Cooper with 6 points. Back up to a 2-point lead it goes for the Panthers. 2:04 to go in the third. James, corner. And a miss from the outside. Yanked down by Gillis. Gillis trying to get it ahead. Stolen back. Jump ball. Who's going to get it? It belongs to Harrisburg.
Don Ross wanted that pass quicker. Gillis doesn't possess the ball handling skills to be fighting in and out of traffic. Needs to get rid of that ball a lot quicker.
You can see it right there. He should have gotten rid of it quicker and tracked down there by Ollie Anthony. By the way, Micah Parsons back into the game now, so maybe he'll get going. Parsons, hard move. Parsons right away gets up and in. Micah Parsons comes in and immediately makes himself known. He's got 7 points. He's tied it up and has a chance to get his team the lead right here.
I think he got away with a walk early. Watch this right there. There he goes. He takes 2 steps before he even took 2 steps.
A little bit of happy feet that time. Chandler back in. Along with Nassim Thomas for CD East. Here's Parsons trying to give Harrisburg the lead. Haven't had a lead since 2:25 in the second quarter. Parsons up. Parsons good. And Micah Parsons just into the game with 8 points on a tough 3-point play. Harrisburg leads at 51-50, 1:44 in the third quarter. McCraw gets double teamed. And it's going to be a jump ball. This will belong to CD East. Here you see it. Good double team in the middle of the court. Little pinch trap out there. The jump ball goes to CD East on the possession. Ollie Anthony in the backcourt. Trying to get the steal. You know, Todd, it looks to me like Harrisburg has turned that defense up about a step right now as they want to do.
Well, they're notorious for that. That's one thing that Coach Smallwood's teams have always done well is played defense. But you know what? Coach Ross coached with him. So similar. This is a carbon copy of each other. 2 teams very similar. Both play hard defense man-to-man.
Here's Chandler. Chandler does not have a point this quarter. He had 15 in the first half. Again, double teaming. Harrisburg going to get the ball? No. Probably should have been a walk there. Chandler's got to look. Chandler's not going to score. Yanked down by Parsons. Now Green. And it's going to be a foul back here in the backcourt. It's going to be against Terry Danner. Take a look at this. Now, you get down on the knee. You're not allowed to get back up if you have possession.
He started dribbling it, actually.
Yes, he did. That probably what saved him. Little curly kneel there from the old Globetrotter days, right?
I just think East needs to take it to the rim. The guards need to shot fake drive and try to get fouled. I mean, we've seen miss after miss from the three-point line. You live and you die by the three.
And Cody James, 3 out of 3 there tonight. He's got 9 points. This is his first of the third quarter. 1:01 to go here in the third quarter. 52-50. Harrisburg eking out a 2-point lead. Second one up and good by James. James with 10 tonight, 3 above his average. Here comes McCraw. Chance to tie it up here for CD East. 55 seconds to go here in the third quarter. You're enjoying watching this game tonight on rawsports.tv.com. Underneath it goes. Head and shoulder fake. You're going to get a foul called. This time it's going to be on Whitaker, and Whitaker helps up his counterpart, Nassim Thomas.
I like that. McGraw drives baseline, hits Nassim. They're trying to get to the basket. Good things happen when you try to get to the basket.
Well, the whole set play was a flex cut look. So Coach Ross was going to the playbook, ran a set, tried to get a flex cut.
A good coverage of the inbounds by Harrisburg. 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Chandler trying to find something open. Chandler going up. He's going to get fouled by Whitaker.
Man, I don't know if they heard us talking on the broadcast here, but it's working for him. 2 fouls in a row. Now shooting foul shots.
That's the matchup out there that has been sterling all night long. The Brennan Jackson-Parsons matchup never really developed. Parsons has been a non-factor in this one. Or not Parsons to some degree, but Jackson has been a non-factor in this game.
Well, and Parsons just hasn't been in the game much. When he's been in there, he's been a factor. He's been rationed on the playing time. Coach Smallwood knows what he's doing, though.
So Barrett back in there now for Tony James. First one up and good by Chandler. He's got 16. 35.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Chandler, second one up, good. Both teams with only 2 missed free throws between them. As Ali Anthony getting pressed in the backcourt, gets it off to Barrett. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. You got to get it over the 10-second stripe. Ahead it comes. Micah Parsons going to get called for the charge. Yep, you can see it right there. Put his shoulder down, and the big guy called for the foul. And I think you're going to see Green come back in for him right away.
Micah Parsons looked at the ref, and he didn't argue at all. Because he looked at the ground and saw the guy plastered on the ground. He looks at the ref and goes, oh, shoot. I guess I'm just guilty of being big.
If he was a Penn State coach, Franklin would have liked that move, but not here on the basketball court. So here's Green back in very quickly. 24.4 seconds to go. 53-52. Harrisburg leads it. They're trapping in the backcourt. Ali Anthony and Green just tracking it right. Parsons gets the steal. Parsons ahead, all the way down the court. Barrett. And Barrett will get fouled on the other end by Chandler.
Parsons does a good job down on this end playing defense and got a steal for his team.
And Elijah Barrett heading to the line for the first time tonight. He's a 62% free throw shooter for the season. He's got 8 points in this one. 10.6 seconds left. 1 point lead for Harrisburg. Barrett up and good. He gets one more here. Well, Barrett looking to extend the lead to 3. He's got 10. 10.6 seconds to go. Jackson gets it inbounds. McCraw's got it. 8 seconds to go. Now 7, 6. McCraw having some problems off his knee. 2 seconds left. Throw it out front. Tipped around. That's the end of the third quarter. 55-52. Harrisburg leads it. We head to the fourth on High School Sports Live TV.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith. Fasten your seatbelt.
To become a top defensive player, you need proper lateral technique. The cone-to-cone lateral slide drill will help a player practice getting quicker. It's important to keep the feet wide while the player is in a sit-down position with the back upright. When sliding back and forth, avoid crossing the feet or bringing feet together. Big focus on short, choppier steps. The lateral cone drill is just one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
Advanced Hoops will be hosting AAU tryouts starting this February. Tryouts will be conducted for 4th through 12th grade teams. Advanced Hoops will also be offering 3D training for those looking to add new dimensions to their game this offseason. For more information, go to advancedhoops.com or call 657-2620. Let's head to Todd McCall, who's on the baseline right now. Todd, we're going to the fourth. Hey, another night in the Commonwealth, right?
That's exactly what it is. Tough play, tough games. Every game's going to be close. Brennan Jackson coming back in the fourth quarter. I think that East needs to get him involved. Let's see what the lineup that Coach Smallwood goes. Looks like Parsons going to be in. Barber's going to stay. So now we got the Parsons-Jackson matchup again.
For CD East in the third quarter, Charlie, 1 out of 8 for the three-point line. That's not where they need to be.
And they're only down 3. If they change that stat around just a little bit, they win this basketball game.
There's Whitaker. You just feel like he's going to try to take over the game. Jackson pulls it down.
I think we should mention there's college coaches tuned in here tonight. This broadcast live stream was sent to over 200 college coaches. So there are college coaches watching and got the lineups of the players tonight.
Tough move, and eventually it's up and in. And Cooper once again on the glass. Cooper with 8 points tonight pulls the East team back 2-1. Allie Anthony getting double teamed there for a moment. Here comes Whitaker. You really sense that Chris Whitaker wants the ball in his hands right now.
And I think this is a possession where Chris Whitaker for Harrisburg would have to be unselfish a little bit. Maybe have to get the ball in his hands, hold on to it a little bit.
Gann was kind of a tough running one-hander there. Here's Chandler. Chandler with a pull-up. Chandler rattles around and goes down. Chandler with 2 more. Chandler now with 19 in this one. And a 1-point lead for CD East. Here comes Whitaker. Has it stolen away. McCraw's got it. Chandler says, I got a hot hand. Look out. I'm going to bury it. And Chandler with a 3.
Tell you what, Don Ross gave Chandler a piece of his mind in that last quarter break, and it paid off.
We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 59-55. CD East leads it with 6:32 to go in the game here on High School Sports Live TV.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
The Mikan drill is a foundational drill that I teach all young players that sign up for my class. This drill teaches players to finish around the basket while using proper footwork. It's important for players to use the right hand on the right side and the left hand on the left side. I teach players to shuffle their feet and get low while exploding into the layup. Squaring feet and squaring shoulders is the key to consistency and timing around the basket. The Mikan drill is a foundational drill for every young player to learn in my class.
Fans, Team Pennsylvania and Craig Peters have teamed up to create a tremendous opportunity for high school boys basketball players to compete on the Showcase AAU circuit. Tryouts will be held on March 4th. Go to www.advancedhoops.com for more information. You take a look here at the end of the quarter, and Chandler says, I'll think it over. Yeah, I think I can make that one, and does. He's got 22 in the game as we head to the 4th. Todd McCall on the baseline. Your thoughts there at the end of the 3rd quarter, Todd?
Well, you know, one of the things I saw Chandler do is he held on a couple of possessions. He got a hot hand. He's keeping it. I just think Chris Whitaker right now it's 6:30. It's his turn to maybe step up here and get his opportunity. But he's off the floor now at this point.
You got Flemister back in there. You got Barrett, Gann. Looking for Parsons inside against Jackson. Tipped away, though. Good defense that time as the guard dropped back. That was Cooper.
That's a trap. Yeah.
Cooper's going to get called for the walk there, Charlie.
No, it's a traveling call. You know what? East has a lot of good guards, but just the ball handling is just maybe it's Harrisburg's defense that just causing problems.
I think Harrisburg just makes you play at another level. You've got to fight that the whole game. That's the 12th turnover in the game now for CD East as Flemister back in there handling the ball.
Well, to have a 4-point lead and have 12 turnovers, not bad, guys.
Look at Cooper there holding his ground against Flemister. And Harrisburg has gone cold here.
Great defense by DJ Cooper. DJ Cooper, a good hard-nosed player for Central Dauphin East.
You got to wonder when you're going to maybe get Whitaker back on the floor. Harrisburg, or CD East rather, running out of a 1-4 high right now, looking for that little pick and roll. Henry, he's got a hot hand. Jackson keeps it alive. Parsons brings it down. He's going to walk with it, though, or step on the line, take your pick.
I just can't believe Jackson's not trying to step in front of Parsons to post up. I just can't believe that. There's just no desire or feeling that that's part of the offense right now.
You saw Parsons come down out of bounds, and now Barrett goes out. They bring a little more muscle in again with Barber, so they got the Barber-Parsons matchup there. I know you like that one, Todd.
Yeah, I was glad to see this. I'm always interested in the two guys. I thought it was very effective versus Carlisle the other night.
Jackson almost got another foul called there, pushing behind. Here's Jackson. He wants to exert himself a little bit, and does. The big guy takes it and says, give it to me. I'll take it down for you.
That was a big basket, and he held it in the air and released it on the way down. That was a great body balance by
Jackson now with 9 points. James he's got an easy layup here for Barber. Barber probably shouldn't have taken a dribble, but gets away with it and gets it in.
Jackson got close. He almost got away with it. He did get away without a foul there, but he almost got it called.
7 for Barber. Harrisburg back within 4. 5 minutes to play in the game. Oh, good steal away by Gann. Gann ahead to Flemister. Trying to get Parsons in the post. Cody goes up with it. Swatted again. Parsons got it. Parsons going back up. Swatted out again by Brennan Jackson. Wow. Boy, Jackson has come to play here in the fourth quarter, guys.
Yeah, I think that rest did well. Now you can play. He can go out there and fight. And he's got plenty to say to Barber and Micah Parsons, as you see now.
Well, Jackson having a few words with Barber there. And I think the officials, I'm not sure if they called a T or not. I think we might have a T here. We'll take a break. We'll come right back at 61-57. CD East leads with 4:41 to go in the game on High School Sports Live TV.
The Brenner family of dealerships gives you better pricing, better customer service, better selection, and a better service department for the life of your vehicle. We'll show you how at Brenner Chrysler Jeep, Brenner Nissan, and Brenner Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 95 years.
4:41 to go in this one. CD East leading Harrisburg by 4, 61-57. Flemister inbounds at the Parsons. Downtown, Flemister with a huge three. And then blocked away by Harrisburg. Flemister with 8 big points. Whitaker not on the floor right now, almost unbelievable. And a 1-point lead for CD East. They've still got the ball to their basket.
Don Ross has a right to be mad. He just took Brennan Jackson out because he didn't like him clapping, and he felt Damian Barber was taunting after that score. That was an understandable frustration for Don Ross.
Cody Green brings it down. Parsons to Barber. Green started out whole way. Green's to Parsons to Barber for 2. Harrisburg with the lead by 1.
I don't know what it is by the two, 21 and 23. Parsons and Barber on the court together, but they ignite each other.
They really do have a good rhythm. And then answered on the other end again is Chandler, who's been dynamite. He's got 24.
I've always liked Evan Chandler's game. Tonight, he's been East's go-to player.
Gann draws the foul. Looked like Chandler might have tied him up, but Gann's going to get the foul call. I don't think he's going to get the shot, though.
You know, Gary, that every team needs a spark plug. Would you agree? Evan Chandler's that spark plug for Central Dauphin East.
He really is. Now Gann heading to the line for Harrisburg for the season. Gann has not shot a free throw yet. Here is his first.
Does Brennan Jackson have 5 fouls, guys?
I don't believe. I think he's got 4 right now.
Okay, I didn't know if they counted. Okay.
Chandler coming out for a moment, too. Now Gann, here's his second free throw of the whole season.
See, they gave both players a foul.
Gann missing both in the left rim, so Harrisburg still down by 1, 3:50 to play in the game. This is a big one. Hawthorne misses. Then tapping it up a lot. DJ Cooper has been all over the glass tonight. Couldn't get that one to go. Flemister pulls it out. Whitaker back in there now for Harrisburg, as you would guess. Trying to get it to Parsons here. He wants to go to work with Jackson out of there. There goes Parsons and draws a foul.
That's a move that when you look at that, it looks like a guy who's played 4 years of varsity. That was a definite spin move with authority out of Micah Parsons.
Here is Parsons. 2 out of 2 at the line so far tonight. Try to tie this one up. Parsons, no good. So it's going cold for Harrisburg. The last 3 shots have been missed as Danner, McCraw head on out for CD East to get Jackson back in there. You got Chandler back in there, so you've got your starting lineup back on the floor. Parsons again, another chance to try to tie it up. He's got 8 in this one. And he missed again. The last 4 shots have been missed by Harrisburg.
East needs to get a basket through Jackson. Needs to get it inside, take advantage of the fact that they probably want to foul him.
Jackson and Barber matched up there on the block. Chandler, one more time. Not going to go this time. Barber tried to track it down. Barber gets it. Gets it to Flemister.
Chandler's got to be patient, look for that pick and roll, maybe take an extra dribble or two in the lane and see what happens. They're being too anxious here.
2:56 to play in this one. 63-62. Harrisburg goes to his own. Or CD East goes to his own, rather. Excuse me. There's Barber. He goes to a drive, and Barber misses. Yanked down by Parsons. Parsons back up. Parsons going to miss again. Nice job by Jackson to hold his ground.
That was a great job, Gary, by Jackson.
You got Henry. Could he get it? It gets tipped by Flemister. Taken away by Whitaker. Ahead to Parsons. Parsons is going to lay it up and in for Harrisburg. $11 points for Parsons now. Harrisburg with a 1-point lead. 2:20 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Jackson needs to post up there. We've been looking for that all night. Right there, that play right there.
Going to go one-on-one right here, and I think you're going to get a block call against Barber. You're exactly right, though, Charlie. He went right to the post.
That's a good call because Jackson did himself some justice by spinning. Todd, I know you were closer. I think that was a good call.
It was a great call, but I like the move that Jackson made. First went to it, faked the spin move, and came back to it. A great big man move. I know probably caught topped by Don Ross, but that's the look they need, Charlie. They got to go inside to Jackson.
9 points by Jackson, and he'll miss this one. So everyone's going cold for the free throw line. The last 6 free throw shots have been missed here so far. So here's Harrisburg with a 1-point lead and 2 minutes to play, and we're going to get a timeout by Kurt Smallwood. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
9 ties, 19 lead changes in this. You know, if you're watching this every night, either on ABC or here on High School Sports Live, the only thing you have to worry about in the Commonwealth Division is your blood pressure going up, because every night it's this kind of grinder that's going on out there.
Yeah, that's the truth. This division really came right back where it needed to be this year. Look at East back in a man-to-man. Coach Ross is doing a good job trying to keep Harrisburg unbalanced. The 2-3 hurt him a little bit.
I think they're looking to try to post up Whitaker, believe it or not. He's sitting down on the block right now against Tremaine Hawthorne.
Smart decision. Feed 3 the ball.
Ooh, what a backcourt on Flemister.
Now Jackson back in. They're doing offense-defense here. They took Jackson out and Barber for that possession. Now Jackson back in for the offensive end. Let's go in. Let's see if they go inside.
They pulled Tony James back out, put more quickness on the floor with Gann again. 8 turnovers now for Harrisburg in this one. They've done a pretty good job handling the basketball tonight. So CD East with a chance to tie it up or take the lead. 1:34 to go. 64-63, Harrisburg with the lead. They're looking for Jackson again. He's posted up down there against Barrett.
A lot of players aren't comfortable getting the ball into the post.
Here's Chandler. Back to Cooper. They got Jackson again. He's almost being fronted right now by Barrett as he'll throw it down to the big guy. He wants to make a move here. Barrett holds his ground. Jackson puts it up and in. Jackson coming to play in the fourth.
Good things happen when you get the ball inside. Good things happen.
13 for Jackson now. 65-64. Under a minute to play. 54 seconds left. Timeout. We'll keep it right here. Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall, and me, Gary Sutton. Todd, you're down by 1 right now. Let's take a look again at that big move right here by Jackson. He has come to play here in the fourth quarter. And you see the big guy getting the ball and wanting it right now, and that's something you really like to see if you're Don Ross.
Yeah, and he's got a couple moves he can go to, and there's one where he just spins, makes a tough shot, but that's who you want. Now, on the other end, if you're Harrisburg, I liked what I saw with Whitaker posting. I believe head-to-head guard-wise, he's a taller guard, a bigger guard. That might be a good look for Harrisburg. Let's see if they go inside for that.
I think we went away from Harrisburg Whitaker a little too much. I think the ball has to be in the hands of Whitaker in this last possession here.
I believe you're right. Let's see the lineup as Coach Smallwood comes out of the huddle, and you've got Parsons and Barber there, and there's Whitaker.
Whitaker has kind of been out of it here in the fourth quarter. Hasn't really touched the ball very much. He's got no points in the fourth quarter, so now we'll see what happens.
Jackson's not in the game. Interesting.
Zone right now.
Interesting. Zone defense.
Quick zone. Very tight for CD East.
Look for a quick timeout by Ross if they do get the ball back.
40 seconds. Now 38 seconds.
John Chaney matchup right here, guys.
Yep. Good move. There's Flemister looking to make something happen. Inside it goes to Parsons. He's up. In. No good. So Parsons will go to the line, though, for 2 shots with 30 seconds to go.
Well, it was Fleming's penetration. Look for Parsons. Parsons went up strong. Let's see if he can get these two.
There you see Parsons going up. Not going to go. Parsons had the winning bucket against Carlisle in the big game we saw last week? I'm feeling like all the weeks are running together right now, Charlie. So now, here's Parsons at the line. He missed his last 2. 58% on the season. He's getting 2 shots here. First shot is up. Good. Parsons ties it up, 65-65. He's got 12 in this one. He averages 8 for the season. Parsons' second one up, and good. So Parsons puts Harrisburg back on top by 1, 66-65. 25 seconds to play. Chandler with it. Don Ross is going to call timeout here, I think, in a moment to get this last play set. He says, nope, go ahead. Let's get it going. 15 seconds. Ticks it down now. Coming up on 12 seconds. Now 10. McCraw making a move. McCraw to the basket. McCraw can't find anyone. 5 seconds to go. Long look outside. Will not go. Pulled down by Barber. 1.4 seconds to go. Barber with the rebound. Harrisburg with the lead. And Barber gets up. Hugged by Whitaker. He said, just slow down. Great job of stopping McCraw there by Gann. Off-balance shot by Henry. Not the one they wanted. And then Barber is just cuffed by McCraw. And now Barber will walk to the other end. Again, not a very good free throw shooter, but you have only 1.4 seconds left. Todd McCall.
You know, unbelievable. I believe it was a great call just to let them play that last 20 seconds. They just didn't get the shot they wanted. The Panthers didn't get the shot they wanted.
Here's Barber. Makes it.
And Henry, I think he thought there was 1 second left, just hiking up off bounds. He could have shot faked and got a pull up on the baseline with nobody there.
We're going to get a timeout on the floor as Don Ross says we'll take one last chance here. We'll take one as well. It's 67-65. Harrisburg leads. 1.4 seconds to go in this one on High School Sports Live TV.
A cyber school is a form of virtual learning. The amazing part of CCA is the ability to be able to choose my own courses, and the teachers are really there to help me when I need it. It has made school more fun and more interesting. It's more of a learn at your own pace school. I'm somebody who takes a bit more time than most people, and I think being able to have that bit more time has really helped my grades. Like, I'm an honor student now. It's never happened before.
Yeah, but
there you saw just for a moment that last play again. So 1.4 seconds to go. Barber now gets a second shot. And take a look. Great job of stopping there. Gann had the defensive play there to stop the drive because it looked like McCraw had an open lane, and then McCraw has to foul. Now, if you're Barber, you're almost better off here if maybe you missed the shot, but, of course, you make it. You still have to make a 3 to tie it. So here's Barber. 39% free throw shooter. He made his first one. 1.4 seconds to go. Barber's second one is up. No good. Rebound by Jackson. Chandler lets it go. Is it good? No. 67-65. Harrisburg on the road sneaks out with a big, big win right here to go to 15-5, 10-3. They hold their spot in the division. And CD East, with that loss, goes to 10-7, drops back to 7-6 in the Commonwealth. Charlie Fortney, tough game here tonight.
Yeah, my vote is, 2 foul shots win the game here, guys. I go Parsons player of the game.
We're going to take a break, give everybody a chance to kind of get their breath, and we'll come back for our OSS Health post-game report. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency's play of the game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game, all here on High School Sports Live TV.
Today's Advanced Tubes tip will feature Gerald Jarman, former Division I point guard from the University of Richmond.
The figure 8 cone dribbling drill is a great drill to teach players how to cross over right and left as they go around the cones in a figure 8 pattern. This also teaches a player to hook the ball right and left as they go around the cone. These skills in a game speed motion will help a player develop control and speed in the open court. The most effective way to execute this drill is to time them in 30-second intervals so they push themselves at a fast pace. This is a key drill I teach my players in my crossover intensity class.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 717-731-1142.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
Welcome back to our OSS Health post-game report. And let's take a look, first of all, at our Capital Region Insurance Agency player of the game. This might have been Curly Neal here. Look at Justin Henry. Just down, and he kind of comes up on his knee, and he says, hey, I know how to drill this too, and does a little bit of his Curly Neal imitation. But it wasn't enough tonight as Harrisburg wins it. And let's talk about our Hoffman Ford player of the game in this one tonight, because he came off the bench. He really wasn't in the flow most of the night. But the big guy did it one more time. That was Micah Parsons coming off and making some big free throws down the stretch where they really needed it. Here it is. Micah Parsons shows you can drive to the basket hard. Drew the foul there, got a three-point play, and then coming on the other end, takes this one hard to the rack, lays it in. Again, puts it up. He had 13 points tonight. Not quite the 27 he had last week against Carlisle, but he did a great job here tonight. And you look at the numbers there, 11 out of 13 for the free throw line for CD East tonight, 20 out of 29 for Harrisburg again. They went to the line a lot because they stayed focused on that inside play all night long, Tom McCall.
Yeah, they did. And you know what? They are now, I believe they're the hottest team in the Commonwealth. I'm sure you guys would argue or maybe agree with me. It's playoff time. You got to get ready at playoff time. Right now, head-to-head, no matter what happens at Carlisle or up in State College, I think Carlisle has, if they go on to win, they have the head-to-head. So they maybe can't win this division, but that doesn't mean they can't win the district. And this team's hot right now.
They're in fifth place right now in the district race. They may improve their position with this win here tonight on the road against CD East. Charlie, your thoughts about this one tonight?
Yeah, it just seemed like East definitely came out and played a lot better, more consistent than they get against Carlisle. Again, lived and died by the shot. Did go late in the game to Brennan Jackson for some good stuff, but just in the end, Harrisburg just had the advantage, and they stepped up and made the plays that they needed to win the basketball game.
So we don't know what happened tonight at State College, where you had the big game tonight between Carlisle at State College. If Carlisle won that one, and both these teams have one game yet to play. In fact, State College's last game will be against Central Dauphin. That will be at home on the 4th of February. Carlisle will have CV, never an easy out there. They'll be at home also on the 3rd. And then Harrisburg has Chambersburg at home, that also on the 3rd on Friday night. So still some tough games to play here for all these teams. And the way this Commonwealth has been going every night, it's been kind of crazy. It's just been a grinder. It's been a grinder. I mean, teams knocking teams off. I mean, CV has come on and beat teams when no one expected it. Cumberland Valley, they do a great job in Cumberland Valley. But listen, tonight East has, as frustrated as they are leaving here, they played hard. At times they played harder than Harrisburg did. But when it came down to the end of it, and Charlie, when we said the Hoffman Ford player of the game, Micah Parson comes in, he scores 6 points at a time in a crucial stance that they needed a step-up player. They needed someone to go to. And this kid is amazing me with his ability to come on this court and make a difference. You saw Jackson play big for CD East in the fourth quarter. You saw Chandler with a great game tonight with 22 points out there. He was hot pretty much all night long. Whitaker had another nice game, but it was at the end, it was the bigs inside getting to the free throw line. Hey, our next game coming up, we're going to head to Trinity High School for another rematch of a one-pointer we had earlier this season in the Capital Division, and it's Trinity High School as they host the Spartans of Milton Hershey this coming Friday, and that'll be at 7:30 here on High School Sports Live TV, and we'll be on ABC 27 that night. So it's been a lot of fun here again tonight. Guys, thanks to a whole lot of people out here. Archie Smith Jr. tonight with promotions. Mike Starling of rawsports.tv. Greg Goldthorpe, the AD here tonight. Chad Edwards, our Invicta crew. Carolyn Fortney on social media. Ryan Chipper, who did a wonderful job tonight on promotions. We also have Jim Gallagher on stats. Todd McCall, great sideline color tonight. Charlie Fortney, the executive producer and color commentator. And we're going to head off right now and find out what they're doing at 3-Star. They're doing some wonderful things. But again, a big 1-point win here tonight for Harrisburg on the road. Thanks for joining us on High School Sports Live TV.
Man to man from here on out. Got me. Man to man from here on out.
Real serious out there. I know a lot of guys, you know, a lot of your boys are out there dying. It ain't no joke. The grave ain't no joke.
I hear the window, thought it's your voice I heard. I feel the raindrops are falling, I see the tears you shed. My mind is constantly...
My name's Joel Delgado. I've been here for about 2 years already. This program has really helped me through a lot. Home, out of streets, basketball. Taught me how to be a better player, a better person. Helped me be a better man at home. I help my parents around the house now. Less disrespect at home. Working, helping my mother pay bills. This program just built me to be a better person and a better man.
The director, he came to me asking that I want to come and join this program, and I seen him at the Boys and Girls Club because I work there, and he told me about the program and what it's worth. It's a great combination. Like, I like learning about new stuff, and basketball is the thing I do on the side, but it helps me on just communicating with each other, because really I love doing both things, learning, playing, but I just want to become a great player and just have a great future. And it's a long way to go, and I just got to stick with and there might be bad sides, bad places, and good places. I'm trying to take the good path.
Met Gerald Jarman a few years ago, and he got to talking to me about 3-Star program, asked me if I wanted to get involved, and I was very excited about the opportunity to work with young men here in Harrisburg and hopefully make a difference, make a positive difference in their lives.
I met Coach Jarman, and he asked me to be a part of the 3-Star program, so we looked at that, and of course you always try to clear your schedule for good things, and got involved, and it's just a great opportunity for anyone to impact lives. It's interesting, when I first heard about the program from the boys, they were talking about the mentoring, they were talking about just being together with friends, they were talking about so many great things that they liked about the program. And it actually took a while before they said, oh, and by the way, we play basketball.
I tell you, it's great. You see the young men come in as we begin the mentoring sessions. It's great to see just their development. It's great to be able to develop great relationships with these young men and just see them grow and prosper.
A lot of things in the streets just to help y'all out.
Can you tell them about it?
I got a lot of people that are here. I got into it, so I hope they learn something from here the same way I did last year.
Do you see any changes in them?
So far, yeah, a lot. Lots getting jobs, stopping a lot of things, becoming better people in here, better friends. It's helping a lot.
Yeah, I'll be here next year.
He got accepted to Duquesne and Bloomsburg on a full academic scholarship.
We're here tonight at Roland School, Harrisburg School District. This is the high school program. This is our 7th year. This is the one that's really established. This is the program. This is kind of like the mother of them all. 65 guys from the Harrisburg School District, teenagers, guys, want to come out and play basketball and learn about life. Good thing is, I don't know too many places in the city where you can go and get this many guys in one location, one place, from different areas in the city, uptown, from the Hill, from out the South, all in one melting pot. Probably in another setting, in another environment, these guys will be at each other. It could be some friction, so that's one of the things we're thankful for. God has given us the grace to be able to do what we do. We're excited to be here. We have a great program. You're going to hear more things in the future, great positive things about the young men in the city. I believe that with all my heart, with all my soul. I believe that you're going to hear some positive things. There's a lot of negative things out on the media, and rightfully so. There's a lot of negative things happening in the city. But this is proof tonight, what you've heard and what you've seen, that there is some good that's happening. We want to highlight that. It's a breath of fresh air to see and hear some of the testimonies, some of the positive reports we're getting, and you've seen it for yourself. So the best is yet to come, and I look forward to talking to you again sometime soon.